Ethan Carter, the eldest son of a wealthy family, had always followed the rules laid down by his strict parents. When they told him that unless he got married, he wouldn't inherit the family fortune, he reluctantly agreed. Ethan loved someone else, Sophie Bennett, a free-spirited woman with whom he shared an easy, passionate relationship. However, his parents would never approve of Sophie. So, Ethan married Lily Adams, an orphan with no family to defend or support her. She was chosen simply because she seemed easy to control. Lily was kind-hearted, gentle, and full of hope that her new life would bring happiness. But her dream was shattered soon after the wedding. Ethan treated her not as a partner but as a mere maid. While Lily cooked, cleaned, and took care of their home, Ethan spent his nights with Sophie, lying to Lily that Sophie was just a friend. He showed no love, no care, and ignored her existence unless it served him. Lily's heart was crushed, but she stayed because she had nowhere else to go. As an orphan, the world outside was far more unforgiving, and at least in this house, she had shelter. Day by day, she became more invisible, clinging to the thin hope that one day, things would change. One evening, after months of torment, Lily accidentally stumbled upon a message on Ethan's phone that revealed the depth of his relationship with Sophie. It was no secret now, Ethan had been cheating on her all along. Her world crumbled, but for the first time, she felt an urge to leave. She could no longer endure being treated as less than a human. Without a word, Lily packed a small bag and left the house in the dead of night. She moved to a small town far from the city, where no one knew her past. She found a job working at a small cafe and rented a tiny, one-room apartment. Life wasn't easy, and she often went to bed hungry. But for the first time, she had her dignity. She was free from the coldness of Ethan's home. Months passed, and Lily started to rebuild herself. She worked hard, saving every penny. Though she lived simply, she found peace in the little things, like the sunset through her window or the smile of a stranger at the cafe. Meanwhile, Ethan's life started to unravel. Sophie grew tired of his half-hearted love and eventually left him. His family, too, became distant when they learned about his deception, but what hurt him the most was the emptiness he felt after Lily left. For the first time, Ethan realized how much he had taken for granted. Lily's quiet kindness, her resilience, her pure heart, it was everything he never appreciated. As days turned into weeks, Ethan couldn't stop thinking about Lily. Guilt gnawed at him, and he realized that despite his arrogance, he had fallen in love with her. She was not just a duty, not just someone to fulfill his parents' wishes, she was the woman he should have cherished from the beginning. Desperate to make things right, he set out to find her. After weeks of searching, Ethan finally found Lily, working tirelessly at the cafe. She looked thinner, her clothes simple, but her spirit seemed unbreakable. He watched her from afar, ashamed of the pain he had caused. He approached her cautiously one evening after her shift, his heart in his throat. "Lily," he said softly, his voice trembling. "I'm so sorry for everything." Lily looked at him, her eyes filled with both surprise and the quiet strength she had gained in his absence. She said nothing, waiting for him to continue. "I was a fool," Ethan confessed, his voice breaking. "I didn't see you for who you are. I hurt you. And I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I can't live without you. Please, come back to me. I love you." Lily's heart wavered, but the wounds he had left were deep. She didn't know if she could trust him again. But something in Ethan's eyes told her that he had changed. The arrogance was gone, replaced by a vulnerability she had never seen before. After a long silence, Lily finally spoke. "You hurt me, Ethan. You treated me like I was nothing. How can I believe that you've changed?" Ethan nodded, understanding her pain. "I know I can't undo the past, but I want to spend the rest of my life making it right. I'll do anything to prove that I've changed. Just give me a chance." It wasn't easy, but slowly, Lily began to see the truth in his words. Over time, she allowed Ethan back into her life, cautiously rebuilding their relationship from the ground up. Ethan, for his part, was patient and determined, proving his love in every small gesture. Months later, their love was rekindled, stronger and more genuine than ever before. Lily and Ethan remarried, this time with hearts fully open to each other. A year later, they welcomed a beautiful baby girl, Emily, into the world. As Ethan cradled their daughter in his arms, he looked at Lily with tears in his eyes, knowing that he had been given a second chance. And this time, he would never let her go.